Got it. Okay. I think this close to live stream signing up meeting. Oh, right. I got to get this. Got it. Okay. I think this close to live stream signing up meeting. So YouTube, it starts recording the minute I turn on my Zoom, and I haven't even got you in. I gotta get this. And YouTube yet. So anyways, it starts really early. So if you're watching on YouTube, just fast forward a bit to the content. Really strange that it does this. So YouTube, it's okay. I'm going to do my Facebook group now. So I'm just getting in there real quick and starting a live in there. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know that you've watched the replay. Comment below, give me a like on this video. It really, really helps me. I really appreciate it. Any help or feel free to share this video. Absolutely. I love the sparkle. Okay. Okay, we're talking about exercise today. Did I even say that? I might not have said that. My lipstick does not match my top. Just notice that. That looks terrible. Okay, 1 minute. I'll be right back. If you're watching this, I forgot to change over my Wi-Fi. Okay, it should hopefully be okay now on Facebook. Resume. Trying to connect. Okay. So sorry about this. I had to stop the live video. So keep fast forwarding, YouTube. Sorry about that. I don't know how people do that, seamlessly go live in so many places. They must have a crew because it is not easy to do that right away. So I got to make sure that my Wi-Fi is going to work. And so far it's not cooperating. So it was shut off. There we go. So we're talking about exercise. Let me know in the comments. Oh, hi, Linda. Yes, I'm trying to go live on Facebook at the same time, so it's causing me problems. Linda, do you exercise? And are you in postmenopause, perimenopause? And are you wanting to lose weight? Do you exercise now? Do you have questions about exercise? Post them in the comments, and then I can help you while we're on live. So happy to have you here. Okay. Because exercise is different. It's a great thing to include, but sometimes exercising during this phase of life will actually backfire and cause you possibly to gain some weight or to stop the weight loss. This is the thing. And it is different for this phase of life. The way you exercise needs to be different, which is kind of crazy. Some things work, some things don't work anymore. And that's what I want to talk to people about, because it sure can be confusing, and you can be doing what you think is the right things, like all the right things, but you're like, why is nothing really working? I'm exercising like crazy, and what's going on? Hello, Facebook. I just am on live at YouTube at the same time, so I'm just trying to get everything set. Now we are live on both places, so this is fantastic. So what I get a lot is there's kind of like different kinds of people, right? There's people who love exercise. And so they've been exercising, which I was one of them. I was exercising before I started going through the midlife change. I was actually a personal trainer, a yoga instructor, and I did adventure racing. I did kayaking, mountain biking, trail running. I was crazy about exercise. Actually, it was more all the outdoor stuff. I love doing the outdoors. Plus I was a personal trainer. at a studio where I was working one-on-one with clients. So it was a small studio, one-on-one studio. So it's like we worked out with our clients sometimes. We'd go do the stairs outside by the ocean. We'd go for a walk, run, whatever. And so I was working out so hard. I was 7 days a week. I was either training myself or I was working out with clients. And you might think, oh my God, that's nuts. Like you must have been super fit and super slim or whatever. Before perimenopause, before the major symptoms, I was looking really good and feeling at the top of my game, like absolutely fantastic. I thought like, oh my God, I love how I feel and I'm so super fit. Then perimenopause started to come. Of course, it's gradual, right? But oh my God. What happened was our bodies, I'm just trying to find the YouTube. Here we go. When you're in this phase of life, you're already going through stress, right? So the changes in your body are stress for your body. And so your body's going through a lot. What we used to be able to handle, we can't quite handle anymore. So you've heard me talk about this before, maybe some of you. We could handle the stress before, we could handle our busy lives, we could probably exercise, maybe you ran, maybe you were running, that helped you to lose weight in the past, right? And then you hit this perimenopause phase where you're going through all these changes within your body that's causing more stress within your body. So it's actually elevating your stress levels. I know we never hear about these things. So what you used to be able to handle is now like multiplied just because of the changes in your body. You actually can't handle stress like you used to. You get more overwhelmed easier. You may be experiencing some more anxiety and just this crazy, right? I want to be alone. You're triggered faster. So if we think about when we're 13 going through adolescence, if you can remember, if you have a daughter, that's kind of what you're going through again. So these wild emotions, and even like when you were pregnant, right? These wild emotions, these are times of hormonal changes. You need more nutrients for sure, which I always talk about and how you eat in the super powders and superfoods and stuff and supplements. You need more nutrients because your body's changing, but also, and I'm talking post-menopause too, this will apply, okay? Because if you have some belly fat, if you have a bit of weight and you're wanting to lose it and you're thinking that exercising like crazy is going to do it, it may backfire on you and you will gain weight or you will definitely stop the weight loss process. And I'll talk about what exercise actually works better in a minute here. But first of all, I just want to say why, because when you are in more of an elevated stress response, that's your adrenal glands, right? Your adrenal glands are producing the cortisol and adrenaline. Now, exercise is stress. Exercise is stress. Good stress. It's actually good stress for your body, but it's still stress. So it's good in a way that it helps to strengthen your lungs, your heart, your muscles, all of that, right? But it actually is stress on your body. So we stress, right? The muscles, you're breaking down the muscles, then you're hopefully giving them enough time to repair and regenerate, right? And build up better. So you really are kind of breaking down the body. Now, when you hit this midlife phase, you're already going through a lot of this, hi Pamela, a lot of this stress inside. So there's a lot of stress going on within your body. Then you're adding or you're continuing your exercise. And if you have gained weight and you're like, oh my God, like I can't get rid of this belly. So then you up your exercise, you actually exercise harder, longer, whatever. What happens is that's just more stress. So then you're overwhelming your body even more. Your adrenal glands go, I can't handle this anymore. This is far too much stress. They stop working properly. Your adrenal glands will stop working. They get tired. Then they do not produce the hormones properly. So they cannot balance your body properly. So then your body becomes even more out of balance. You have more symptoms. Belly fat needs to go on the waist because guess what? Belly fat burn is where estrogen can grow. So they put belly to help balance your body. So when your adrenal glands cannot produce the estrogen properly, your body puts on belly fat so that it can produce the estrogen and hopefully balance your body better. So it is such a vicious cycle. Yeah, I had less weight on me with sedentary job. Less weight when you were sedentary? Or maybe because you were relaxed more. Yeah. So I just had someone in my Facebook group the other day say that this is where I got the topic. I mean, I've talked about it before. So there's other videos on my YouTube about exercise, but I will get into what exercise is best, but in a minute. Yeah, she was saying that she she was doing this type, had lost a lot of weight, right? With exercise and stuff and changing her diet, lost a lot of weight. Fantastic. She did really, really good. Then there came a time when she started putting on weight again. And I said to her, oh, are you under a lot of stress? And she said, yes. So what happens was maybe her life in the, I don't know, I'm just guessing, right? Your life in the past can be fine. You can do all that type of exercise because you're kind of like, you're okay. You're allowing yourself to rest, rejuvenate, relax, and so that's going well. But then all of a sudden something happens in your life or something comes about and you're like in this higher stress state, but you still try to cram everything in your life, right? You don't have much energy. You're tired. You may not be sleeping at night, but you're like, I got to exercise because I'm gaining weight. I don't want to gain the weight back. I've got to keep exercising. I'm going to up my game. And so you just actually make the situation worse and worse. So if you are somebody who's like at that state where you're like, oh my God, I feel so tired and exhausted. The weight's coming on my belly. I'm having bloating. And another symptom of adrenal fatigue, which you could have, is having to pee a lot, kind of erratic emotions, or eventually you end up with no emotions. You feel flatlining, no motivation, no inspiration, nothing. But there's different stages of adrenal fatigue. Now, what I want to also say is your doctor don't go to them for adrenal fatigue. They don't learn about stuff like that. So you don't want to go to your regular doctor. Don't worry about it. If you look up symptoms of adrenal fatigue, if you think you have adrenal fatigue, the best is to handle that as a natural path. You need lots and lots of supplements, lots of super powders and supplements, eat really good and get lots of rest. It will not go away. Adrenal fatigue does not automatically go away, and it can bring you into illness and disease, believe it or not. So, but I have videos on adrenal fatigue in my YouTube. So let's talk about the exercise. So if anybody's on live Facebook, hello YouTube, let me know, do you exercise now? And what type of exercise do you do? Is it working for you? Are you feeling good? Or are you feeling tired, exhausted, and it doesn't seem to be working? Let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, because then I will go back later and check that out, okay? So if anybody wants to share, that would be great if you want help with your exercise. If not, I'm just here and I'll just continue talking. So you guys just feel free to share and make sure to do the like or the love and the comment so that my video gets shown more. That would really, really, really help me. I really appreciate that. I can relate to that. Gain 25 pounds with lots of activity. Oh my God. Lots of major medical issues and different stress. Yeah. Right? It is so weird how that happens, isn't it? It's like, what the hell? Are you in perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, Linda? I'm talking to someone on YouTube. You guys, I'm also live on YouTube. So if you prefer to be on YouTube, come and watch me live on YouTube. I'm going to do YouTube the same time. Yeah, let me know, Linda, if you're perimenopausal. Water walking and movement, dog walking, lots of movement. Because perimenopause, you still have your period. You're probably in your 40s. Going through the midlife change is like really erratic, lots of mood swings, lots of symptoms. If you're post-menopausal, you haven't had your period for way over a year, like over a year, and your symptoms have decreased, but you still may have the weight gain. You still may have soreness, all of this type of stuff. So age 57. Okay, post-menopause. So if you don't have your period, you're post, let's talk about the type of exercise. If you are wishing to lose weight. So if somebody is like, you know what, Diana, I feel pretty good. I'm not very stressed. I'm actually feeling really good. I just have this weight gain, lower energy, not bottom down energy, and I need to move. I need to work my body. Then the best exercise is some sort of strength training or HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. So it's like, let's say you go outside into a field, for an example. You go into a field and you do walking lunges. And then you do that, which really gets your heart rate up. Then you do some push-ups right away. Then you get up and you do some walking lunges. Then you do some push-ups. Then you do walking lunges. Then you do some push-ups, walking lunges, push-ups. Take a break. Walk around the field, right? That is like the perfect exercise to help you to lose weight. Things like that. You want more high intensity, but short bursts. So long drawn out runs are not going to help you lose weight. They're also not going to strengthen your bones, muscles, and stability muscles, which you really need as you age, because we want to not fall. We want to not trip. I hate thinking about that, but it's true. You want to work on your balance, your stability, and strength. Strength, stability, and balance. So core work, like working your core, planks, all that, fantastic. But again, right, if you are feeling pretty good and you're like, I just really need to strengthen, I want a nice toned body, then doing something like I said is totally what to do. You don't need to belong to a gym. Body weight exercises are great, but you want to go bang, 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 intensity, short blasts of time, take a break, then bang, back to that same little routine. Okay, so another example would be squats, 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 jumping jacks, let's say, then a lunge, right? Like something like that. Like you just want to go bang, 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 then a little break, bang, 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 little break, bang, bang, bang. So you just want that high intensity. And if you like the treadmill or you like the Stairmaster or, one of those ellipticals, then what you do for this is you would go, do a warm up, right? Flat warm up, 6 to 12 minutes. And then you would do a high intensity, like going up a hill or going really fast, right? For whatever you can stand at, 30 seconds, 25 seconds, whatever. Then you would kind of regulate again. Walk, 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 bang, right back up to that doing hard hill or going really fast. And then going back. And you would do that a few times, no more than 15, 20 minutes, okay? Because you don't want to go too long until you're really well conditioned. Like you need to increase your heart, like, and your lung expanse. Like you can't just right away do 30 minutes of that. You couldn't do it. You don't want to stress yourself out too much. Strength training, even if you have weights, then if you're somebody who's never used weights, right? Using weights and incorporating them. But first, I suggest body weight so that you can work your strength and your stability and balancing muscles. Those little muscles of your ankles, around your knees, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, because those take longer to strengthen. And they are what cause us to break things often. Like if you don't have great stability and balancing, like those little muscles around your ankle, you could easily twist your ankle. You may have really strong quads, like upper legs, but if your ankle, like the little muscles there aren't very strong, that's when people twist their ankle, bend over. And if your knees, if some of those smaller muscles and ligaments and tendons are not strong around your knee, that's when you get knee problems. So balancing on one leg while you're standing, slightly bending the leg you're standing on. Hold it. That's why yoga is so great. But yoga won't really help you lose a lot of weight, but it's really good to strengthen and work on your balancing. So just doing some yoga poses and then going into a more weight training workout or lunges, push-ups, squats, whatever, right? At the gym, even if you want to be at the gym or not. So just remember, you also need your core muscles. You need to work your muscles of your back, your stabilizing and stability muscles and ligaments and tendons that hold your bones in place so that you have a nice solid foundation for your shoulder, for your knees, for your ankles, right? Because if you do not strengthen those, that's when you get hip problems, knee problems, ankles, all of those things. Okay. So for people who say they don't like doing any kind of strength training, you're just going to suffer in the future. Unfortunately, it's going to work against you. Oh, that's gross. Here we got it. Someone else. There's Jay. Excellent, Jay. Did you hear what I was saying about exercise? Make sure you watch from the beginning if you have, because just walking is not enough to strengthen. It's a good exercise for mental health. Walking is great for mental health. And if someone's really obese, they got to start with walking. They got to start with moving, right? So if you've been exercised for a while, then Jay, you want to make sure you're into some sort of strength training. Some sort of strength training is the best as we age, and we can start building muscle in your 80s. In your 80s, doesn't matter how old you are, you can start at any time. Okay. So if you are at that adrenal fatigue stage that I talked about, where you're feeling tired, exhausted, you're not sleeping well, you're having bloating, maybe digestive issues, all these things going on, and you're like, oh my God, but I'm gaining weight and I feel exhausted. Stop working out. You have to deal with your exhaustion. You have to healing your body first. So what happens to a lot of women in perimenopause is that they end up in adrenal fatigue. And then when they're gaining weight, they're feeling tired and exhausted. They're thinking, if I exercise, this is going to help. You actually need to not exercise, but you do need to move your body, like go for a walk, do some yoga stretching on the mat, maybe a plank, things like that aren't going to move you around a lot, right? Just some nice lengthening, stretching, planks, a little bit of core work, things like that are excellent to do. Get outside into nature, do a lot of rest, a lot of sleep, read a book, do something that, right? Then take your supplements, super powders, all of that to really build your system back up so that you start to recover from adrenal fatigue. That's what's so important. Then when your energy levels come way up and you're feeling great, then you start your exercise. Okay. So you really have to watch. If you are in that tired, stressed out phase, in your mid 40s or early 40s, you got your period, it's really heavy, it's on again, off again. That is the time when you don't want to over exercise, for sure, for sure. Yes, Jay, and I was just talking about making sure you're not going too heavy, because you need to strengthen the ligaments and tendons and small muscles that are around your joints, your knee. I was a personal trainer and post-rehab conditioning specialist. So and yoga instructor. So I have all of that knowledge behind me. So I used to work with people who were finished with their physiotherapy. Then they would come to our studio for strength training to rebuild their body, to get stronger again, and to build up those little muscles that stabilize our muscles, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your core work. How else can we calm the adrenals? The adrenals, it's about, so if you think they give off cortisol and adrenaline, right? So those are your take action, do, get busy, do all that. You need to rest. You need to rest. Number one is rest. You take lots of really good supplements. So you want to get on some really, really good supplements. You can either go to a functional doctor or a naturopath and say, I think I have adrenal fatigue. And what do you recommend? They'll test you and they'll recommend. And it can cost lots of money. But what I'm going to tell you is, so I ended up in stage 4 adrenal fatigue, which is very low. I was a personal trainer. The naturopath said, I don't even know how you're walking right now. You should be not even able to move, how you've burnt out your adrenals. And it affected my body and my health. I had to stop being a personal trainer, everyone. I had to stop. You need to stop doing a lot of what you're doing. You need to relax and rest a lot. You need to relax and rest. So that means take this. If you are diagnosed with adrenal fatigue, and if you feel that exhausted, that burnt out, that blah, that complete apathy, like I care about nothing, I am so exhausted, you need to change your life, as in you need to think about this like you have, I hate to say this, don't tell yourself, but you know what I mean? This is an illness. I need to take care of it right now. That's how serious it is, because it does break down your body, all your organs in your body, and leads to disease and illness. Okay. Because you need, so what happens is it affects your digestive system. It affects hormone production because it blunts hormone production. That means you're not going to produce hormones properly for a lot of functions within your body, including serotonin, dopamine, melatonin, all of those things, right? So your sleep's going to suffer. Your detoxification is going to slow down. So that means you're not detoxing your toxins from your body properly. Blunts hormone, and it lowers your immune system. So when you're in that extreme stress state, that adrenal fatigue, your immune system is going to be very low. And that's when you can catch things that make you really sick. It starts to affect your heart, your lungs, every function, every organ of your body. So it's something to be serious about. This is self-care time. This is time you take care of yourself. I now have found a supplement company that I believe 100% in. They have adrenal support, they have hormone support, they have digestive, gut, brain health for the whole system. And they have supplements that are really good for our mental health. I just found them, never found them in all these years I've been a health coach. So if anybody wants to know about really that you can order online and they don't cost huge amounts of money. They're in the US and UK and Canada. Like, seriously, let me know, because reach out to me. You can go to dianamarchand.com and there's a contact and let me know. Because good supplements I went to a naturopath and I paid, for adrenal fatigue, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But at that time, you guys, I'm 58, I was 43, 44. At that time, that's all there was for me to go to. And thank God I went to see someone. But the supplement list was very, 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 very long because they didn't have the formulations like they do now. So you're buying this, that, you're buying everything separately. Instead, now, years later, they recognize adrenal fatigue. So they have supplement blends. So you just take a few products instead of a whole bunch of products, okay? So it's totally doable. And you also need to clean up what you're eating. So it's totally doable now, so much easier and cheaper than it was when I was doing it. So that's a fantastic thing. We're coming a long way, right? No, it is not blood work, actually. It is Linda I'm talking to. Hi, guys. Make sure to say hi on Facebook. So what I did, Linda, was I went to a naturopath and it was a urine test. But they can do, if you look up on YouTube, how to test for adrenal fatigue, you can do a thing with your flashlight and your pupils, which is so bizarre. Yeah, so you can get it, you can do it yourself. But how long on supplements for adrenals? 6 months. If you know how long someone can, 2 years possible recovery from adrenal fatigue, 2 years, but you don't have to take all the supplements for that long. You just need to, I was serious for 3 months, Linda, 3 months of tons of supplements, rest, changing my life. 3 months. I said, I am not taking 6 months. I was a active person. So if you're really active, you don't want to, you say, I want to get rid of this now. You know what I mean? I want to heal my body faster. Then you'd go full on for a shorter period of time. So for 3 months, I took extremely good care of myself and I took all the supplements I was recommended. And then I went to my naturopath after 3 months and I said, oh my God, I am a different person. I feel so fantastic again. So that was a huge thing for me. I'm like, oh my God. But it taught me what it was so I could help other women, right? It taught me about it so I could relate to anybody else going through it, right? So adrenal fatigue is nothing to play around with, nothing. And reach out to me if you want to know about some super good, like totally regulated, tons of really good, the best, some of the, best supplements. Health food stores have some too for adrenal fatigue, but you do need to eat really healthy foods, which is what I help with in my coaching and programs, and rest and relaxation. Rest. All right. So does anybody have any other questions about exercise, specific exercise? Any questions? Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Yeah, any questions about exercise specific? I know I wasn't exact because I need to help the person, right? Like if you come into my coaching or whatever, I can help you with exercise, but without knowing if you have injuries, if you're in adrenal fatigue, if you're tired, what phase of menopause are you in, then it's hard for me to tell you. But what I wanted to get across is some people just go on the treadmill or they want to run or jog and think that's going to help them to lose weight in midlife. And it probably won't, because it's not the type of exercise you need to lose weight at this phase of life. It's good for you. Running is good for you. It's totally fine. Great for mental health. Good if you've always done it. Absolutely. It has great cardiovascular benefits. But for weight loss, you need that higher intensity and strength training, body weight exercises, whatever that, like bang, 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 take a little break, bang, 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 where you're breathing really hard and you're working hard, take a little break, then back at it again. So what the great thing is about this is your workouts only need to be about 20 minutes. So, and then you do your stretching. So you can go and do a really effective 30-minute workout and feel really good. And that will have done really good. But you just want to make sure you're doing the right stuff. So that's the great thing. It doesn't have to be a long 2 hours or 3 hours, at all. But it can be if you want it to be. You can go a bit slower and drag it out. It's totally up to you, right? But we don't need to. That's a great thing. So yes, exercise is different in this midlife phase. What used to work may not work anymore, but that is truly because of the changes going on in your body, where you are, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, and what your energy level's like, what other symptoms you're having, right? Whatever symptoms you're dealing with may affect it too. If you have thyroid issues, and if you have bad adrenal, this is another thing, Linda, if you have bad adrenal fatigue, anybody else who's watching, you possibly have thyroid problems now, because they directly affect your thyroid. Doctors won't catch it, but you may begin to notice symptoms. They're kind of all related, the same, and end up with thyroid problems. If you do not take care of your adrenals, you could very easily end up with thyroid problems. And another thing, we're on adrenal fatigue. Insulin problems, metabolic. So what you eat goes to fat, what you eat goes to fat, what you eat goes to fat. And that's what starts that too. When your cortisol is super high, it tends to screw up your blood sugar levels and your insulin. So then it's a whole lot of problems. So the best thing you can do is eat really high nutritious foods, which I help you with, and the right foods. Right, got to get rid of those starchy carbohydrates, and eating fruit on its own is not your friend. Exercise in the right way for this phase of life, and according to if you're in perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, and your energy levels, and really take better care of you. Totally better care of you. On my website, there's a tab that says work with me, and I have now put up a one-on-one, the ways you can work with me one-on-one. So if anybody's interested in looking, you can even have just one session with me, just one session, right? So if you want to get your questions answered, if you want to say, I don't even know if I'm eating right, I can figure that out in one session, no problem. Your food or your exercise. You got to keep yourself on track after though, but, or you can do 6 sessions with me that goes 6 to 8 weeks. And I guide you, completely customized everything. And you get one-on-one attention help, and you will get results. You absolutely will get results. We work on stress reduction, the nutrition, and mindset works. All right. Any more questions? Yeah. Don't worry about your regular doctor, because you want to get checked out. And if they give you a clean bill of health, Linda, then you're like, okay, good. Now I get to work on it naturally, right? Naturally. We know when something's wrong with your body, Don't let a doctor tell you there's nothing wrong. If your doctor tells you you're nothing wrong, that's great. You just say, okay, I still feel something's not good. Now I'm going to find a way, hire a coach, or go to a naturopath, or do both, whatever, Chinese medicine, herbalist, all of those people. Tell them what you're going through. and try something. Oh, thank you, Linda. Well, I'm so passionate about this, about helping women. You know what? Because I hear story after story after story of people who go to their doctors and they're dismissed, or they're put on antidepressants, or they're put on anxiety medication when it's just this hormone fluctuation and there's ways to handle it naturally. Or they're told you don't have this problem, or there's nothing wrong with your thyroid, or there's no reason for you to be so tired or exhausted. And it's got, I'm just here to educate women that you got to respect your body. You know your body. Great to get a bill of health from a doctor saying you're fine. Perfect. Move on now. Now you're going to get the real help, right? There's lots of coaches out there, naturopath. There's lots of natural alternative therapies that are out there. Thank goodness now and open for everybody. So please reach out to somebody because you're worth it and it's not going to get better on its own. Okay. And you want this next phase of your life to be good. I tell you, I'm not scared of dying. I'm scared of suffering, right? I'm not scared of dying, but I am scared of suffering. As in, I'm choosing not to live in a state of health that I'm suffering. I don't want that. There's no need for that in most cases. In most cases, there's no need. Sometimes cancers and things happen to people who have totally take care of their health. There's always a big, God only knows some of those, right? But you might as well do the best you can for you. Do the best you can. Then you won't have, oh, I wish I would have. You won't have all those regrets. Oh, if only I knew I should have listened to Diana, right? Years ago, I know I should have followed something. So you have the time now to take care of yourself. Reach out to me, dianamarchand.com, or on Facebook, whatever. If you want any help, or reach out to somebody, okay? Reach out to somebody. Yes, we got to take full responsibility for our life, our health, everything, right? All right. And if anybody has digestive problems, this supplement company that I'm with, oh my God, it's so good. But they have really, 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 really good supplements for gut health that I've never known what to recommend before, except probiotics. Now there's a line for gut, all the way up. Gut brain, your lower, mid, all the way up through here and into your brain. So, because serotonin, right? Your gut produces serotonin too, which is your feel-good hormone. So if your gut's not working, and also autoimmune diseases have been linked to bad gut. A lot of the mental health issues have been linked to bad gut. So gut health is super important. All right. So much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. Make sure if you're watching YouTube or on Facebook that you do leave me a comment, leave me a question, say hello, give me a like, give me a love. That helps me so much. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Okay. All right. Have an absolutely fantastic evening. Happy Halloween. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Oh, now I've got to find the